am tired with this world. Because this world for the problem. Because this world for the hatredness. And could you do, it will be against you. My Lord, is in your body. For one you told me that you will be coming back. You love the world. That's the why you say you will not be carrying some to die for my sin. Whosoever believe me shall not perish but has everlasting life. When are you coming back? The don't they are fighting. Brother and sister, they are fighting. I am tired. I am tired. I am tired. I am tired with this world. I am tired. I am tired with this world. I'm going to his command. It is then that we shall rise, we shall pursue, we shall overtake, and we shall conquer all of our adversaries, and we shall shout out loud, the Lone Star forever, the Lone Star forever. Oh, long may it flow over land and over sea. This journey, Lord, never uphold it forever. And shout for the Lone Star. Oh, hell, be him.
You here? What are you here in the first place? Where are you?
Look, I came on a radio talk show to Hub FM. I was invited here. And I came to speak to the Liberian people. The president has endorsed this group. So we should provide security for ourselves.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm just told that the joint security is scrutinizing your statement that you're going to establish.
This is nothing is still in open doing.
Are you not afraid?
Afraid of who? Arrest?
Yes.
What are they waiting for?
On the call about one day you might be a picker in the street.
Oh yes, I want to be bigger in the street for the Liberian people. Why they can't come now? You will not have producing a mouth to make fun. You saw the people in Lofa County, the war immigration. You know, for CDC behind the police spokesman said he didn't see those people. All of my people you saw. Listen to the president. When the president said he don't know the CDC COP, all of that group you saw.
Do you think the Liberians are listening to what you say? Do you think are they following you?
Then we listen. We want to say to this president, you were elected to govern this country.
Yes.
You were not elected to be selective.
Yeah.
When you become selective, that will happen. You know how long it took the president to make one statement to say arrest? After the change was being put on last, it took him 6 days.
It's better late than never.
Mr. President, to hell with you.
You are always bitter with this president.
Because of the way
are you frank? Do you talk to him sometimes?
Are we being treated fairly in the country? No. The people are hungry in the country.
No.
He wants to create a situation where he can be re-elected.
How are you going to maintain the 1,005% or 2,005 you're talking about?
Because you saw what happened on the July 26th. You saw what happened on the July 26th. When the civilians went inside to have rats and jumped into poor home and were looting things. It was not only the early boys that were affected. Citizens were affected. You didn't see it. They were joking and riot. People using their mouth to make fun of the Liberian people.
This is my honor, man, your re-election bid on the call back.
If you haven't done my re-election, I'm already elected. I'm worried about election. I'm already elected. Look, the Liberian people looking for somebody to stand up for them.
Yes.
I want to be killed for the Liberian people.
Exactly.
I want to be arrested for the Liberian
No way, no way. No way.
Never found no man to be brave like this.
Yes.
You see the guys? That 1,200 people making fun.
Are you going to go across the country to recruit people?
1,002 is for Masaralo County. We will have 1,000 in each county. What they want to do to rig the election will bother with us.
What mandate will you give your men when you train them? What will you tell them to do?
I want our people to tell this president that he was elected for all, not for seditious. We are all human beings. If we didn't vote for you, that doesn't mean we are not Liberian. We are Liberian, right? So provide security for us. You can tell us double, but go to West Point, put CCTV to our house. What's a stable calling you got for double to put CCTV to our house? I mean, let's stop the joking. Let's stop it. For them to have full ceremony for those CDC boys, the president say he don't know them. That deception that's making mockery.
Why are you writing about your left?
You know what I'm saying? We are calling on the people to be peaceful. As soon as the president is charge of this situation, we will go back into and wait to see what happens.
Don't you see this court as an incitement on the part for other people to just say, I'm myself going to train my own or protection or protect the people?
You don't want to say yeah, when they kill you, condemn it. The president has said, provide security for yourself. The president didn't say, so you are a journalist, you saw it. Was he under the influence of something? Yes. He was under the influence of something. Make it go hard. We need to stop.
How long are you going to continue this advocacy?
As long as Ambassador, we are refused to provide security for the Liberian people, we're going to provide security for ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? We will not sit down here, the people can kill us.
What are you going to be? What are you going to be great with? What are you going to have?
Marshal I. I'm a black belt holder. I'm a black belt holder. We will train our boys. I served in the Liberian National Police for 11 years. But self-defense. Self-defense.
I'm sure your colleague who are staying in force can sometimes call you to tune down your volume.
No, let me tell you something. Election was held today. All the police people who are against Ambassador.
True.
Even the SS people.
Do they tell you that?
Hey man, I don't have to tell you what they tell me. Look, when I was in the police, Patrick Sulu, the police director, used to ride the back of my pickup. He used to tell me, yes sir. You are our filing clerk. So you don't know operation, you don't know policing. But you know, they say, well, who know you will take you here and what you know will make you to stay.
As a legislator, and then you are on the side of advocacy, you have the masses behind you. What is the difference between you being a legislator and being an advocate that you're doing now?
But we are elected to advocate for our people. Lawmakers should be an advocate. That's not my job to go sit down with Natalie again, be friendly with him before he can't be a role in my district. My job is to say, Natalie again, you are eating coke boy, you know how far that use the money district number 10 like they do it. You think I will beg them to go do job in my district?
Do you have contenders in district number 10? I'm told the CDC will be supporting the current Inspector General of the Ministry of Cummings, Josephine Davis.
You think we can contact in district number 10?
What do you mean?
No, we're not doing bleaching contact in district number 10.
What do you mean?
District number 10 is a serious place. District number 10 is the most popular, the most respected district in the history of Liberia. Yes. I feel I went to local country. You saw when I went to grace my invitation that was sent to me by the Unity Party, right? To grace the convention, right? When they called my name, what happened? The whole place go, wow. Ambassador, we have thought nobody could stand in his face. They harassed Eddie here for 12 years. They took casket around here. They put Joseph Walker and Eddie picture on casket. But we to our own year, you complain? You think we can talk casket? He making fun with him mouth. I want to say thank you.
Thank you, Papa. So this is focused on Liberia.
Liberia has a serious problem right now, and that's taking on a number of issues. Foremost among them is the issue of corruption. And this is an issue that we are seeing across the board, not just in Liberia, but in other places. And for me, corruption is an act of robbery, plain and simple. It's a cancer in our societies. It is government stealing from the people of Liberia, from the mouths of children. It takes away access to health care. It denies citizens their right to public safety. It stops young people of Liberia from getting the education they deserve. It takes the future away from them. It prevents this country from having the healthy business environment that it needs to lift Liberia out of poverty. It has denied Liberia its place in history, a successful and prosperous country with so many resources to contribute to its people's well-being. Corruption is a democracy killer, and we cannot have that in a place like Liberia, which we're counting on as a bulwark for Africa's democracy. To me, this is the most pressing, it's the most forward-looking challenge facing Liberia today. Liberia has.
Good morning, folks. Again, we are here today. My host is not in today due to emergency work schedule. We are sorry about that. We were off for about a week and we show up yesterday and we promise to continue to be on whenever we are able to do so. But again, we live in America. Sometimes situation changes really quick. So we will try. Holding all things constant, we are here this morning and we want to say thank you for joining us, and we want to say thank you to our God for giving us the air we breathe and we don't pay anything for it. You know, I'm your host this morning. Our local time right now is 8:02. We'll be really quick this morning because I have a 9 o'clock meeting I gotta go to, but I didn't just want to keep you in limo. So we have taken on this commitment and obligation to our country to inform our people, and we are committed just to that. We might not be able to be on sometime because we got to deal with other stuff, including going to our regular job to clock in on the white man clock to make sure we survive and then our family survive too. You know, this is not Liberia or government of Liberia where people literally go in there and steal money. We can't steal money. It's no opportunity to steal money. All right, so folks, before we get to that topic for conversation this morning, depending where you are, we want to recognize our folks as usual. When my buddy AB was out, we want to recognize folks that are joining us right now. We are right now at 76. That's not too bad. You know, at the end of the game, other folks will come on board. We got Uma Keita. We want to say welcome on board. We got Ansu Kroma. Good morning. I'm watching from Nimba County, Complex City. Thank you for joining us from Liberia. We got Super Scott watching from Bon County, Waterside. Okay. Chico, Kim, Liberia. Thank you, my sister. My brother for joining us. Sorry about that. We got Joanna Fala. Yes, we are. Thank you for joining us. We got Nora Goa. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. We got Suna Tobe. Good morning, brother. Thank you for joining us. We want to say thanks to everybody in advance before we get to the issues. Let me read the topic to you. I actually got it right here. And we're going to be fast because I have a meeting at 9 o'clock. I got to go to that meeting. Okay, so... All right. The topic this morning is analysis and fake slogan. Think Cummings 2023 contradictions. What is your take? Analysis and fake slogan. Think Cummings contradiction. Analysis and fake slogan. Team Cummings 2023 contradiction. Folks, let me just, for all we come here with some facts. Because this narrative that Team Cummings, he actually came up with his folks, the team was announced yesterday. Folks that Alexander Cummings, the CPP standard bearer, the discarded CPP standard bearer, pull on a group of people to work with him to make him president come 2023. That's a dream. But let me just tell you what I get to tell you. Under the 1986 Constitution, this is the book so you can see it for yourself, okay? This is the book, 1986 Constitution. We're going to read Article chapter V1, the executive article 51. Basically, the functions of the vice president. Because Uncle Joseph Boakai had committed 2 crimes in their mind, in the opposition mind and the ruling party, especially the opposition ANC. We call them opposition now because they are actually part of the CDC. And the reason we're calling them opposition right now because there are folks inside the ANC that feel that even if Cummings doesn't have the opportunity 2023, he will stand a better chance 2029. Because by that time, CDC will not be on the ticket, Joseph Boakai will not be anywhere around. That is a narrative they are carrying on now. So that are the fundamental reasons why they decided doing the whole saga of the CPP, decided to chakra the CPP. Because the initial mindset was to put Joseph Boakai under the box by Alexander Cummings spending money to pay to those delegates that they earmark under the CPP framework to go to convention and buy out everybody and they vote for him as standard bearer, and he decide now who he will choose as a vice standard bearer, because that's what the CPP arrangement talk about. Within the CPP collaboration, that was the mindset, that was the intention of the framement of the CPP one-sided, the ANC group, that left Freeman. There should be no arrowhead at this time. We will use money when we go to convention. Then once we use money, we get a delegate on our side. Alexander Cummings will go as standard bearer and Joseph Boakai will be put under the box. But you see, Ghana sleeping. Before they could get to that arrangement, the CPP chakra. Because they already knew it will not work. My people, y'all be honest with this thing here, my people. Let us fair. You don't have to vote for Joseph Boakai, but just be a little bit honest. How can somebody serve almost 40 years according to ANC narrative in government, which is a good thing? We don't live in America yet. If you get a 10-year experience on the specific job, and for some reason you no longer work that job and you go look for another job in that same field, my brother, that will give you recruitment bonus because of your experience. So is it a crime for somebody to work for our public sector for that number of years without any tinted records in terms of corruption that cost our country where we are today? Is it a crime? Is it a crime for somebody to be old? Is it a crime for somebody to serve as vice president to another president and do their job based on their constitutional responsibility? I do not think so. And that is the fundamental reasons why this morning I'm here. We're not going to do much, but during the week or maybe next week, we'll have our regular time on this topic. I will bring this topic back so we can be able to, really make it interactive. So let me really hear some people, whether when you work in America here and you got more experience in your terrain, whether that bad thing, whether that one that bad news, y'all let me know. Joe Biden is president. Y'all know his age. But let me read Article 51 so I can't hold you too much. Article 51. Article 51, Liberian Constitution 1986. There shall be a vice president who shall assist. That's even help. Who shall assist the president in the discharge of his or her function. The vice president shall be elected on the same political ticket and shall serve the same term as the president. The vice president shall be president of the Senate and preside over its deliberations without the right to vote. Yes, here the high was set up. We photocopied the thing from America, we carry it to Liberia, even though we don't live American attitudes. We don't live the American behavior in Liberia. But everything we got in Liberia, we copied and paste. On the basis of history, the people that established the new state, the modern Liberia, they were free slaves from America, American Colonization Society, elementary education, American Colonization Society. So it is not a bad idea. Most democracy around the world, especially modern democracy, is just like that. So the vice president in real time is a spy on the first branch of government in most part of the world, including the United States. How can somebody be president for the Senate, but they have no voting right? They are vice president for our country, but they can only assist the president. And that is the reasons why when the president leaving, they appoint another cabinet minister as an acting president in consultation with the vice president. You don't think why that won't happen? Why the president can't just go and let the vice president act? Because that the person is supposed to assist them. Will push sense in their brain. Those ANC people will push sense in their brain. Will push it there. All right? Y'all listen. All right? The vice president shall be president of the Senate and preside over its deliberations without the right to vote, except in the case of a tie vote. He shall attend meetings of the cabinet and other governmental meetings and shall perform such functions as the president shall delegate. Y'all listen again. I shall, wait, hold a minute. Let me not make me say. As the president shall delegate. I want to read line by line. Or deem appropriate. All right? Provided that no power specifically vested in the president by the provisions of this constitution shall be delegated to the vice president. For God in heaven's sake. Can the vice president leave their lane? Then why Joy Howard Taylor were crying wolf, even though they gave us small money, now they gave her rest to do content to what? To give it to folks, to give it to seditionists. No rest in Liberia. But they gave the vice president rights. Everywhere she's making a start, she's giving people rights. No rest in the country for our citizens to buy. My people, y'all listen to the Constitution? So the vice president cannot do anything else without the president agreeing to what they want their vice president to do for the country. So Joe Biden didn't do any wrong for being vice president for 12 years. He didn't do any wrong. If that's the reason you're not voting for Joe Biden, it is on you. Guess what? George Weah have not done better, and you know it. If you have done better, then you will be able to find rest to buy. And he's not going to do better. Even after this term. If you think you can vote for George Weah again, then it is on you. Because the first thing is, Cummings people, they are seeing that Joe Walker were too long in government. They are seeing that Joe Walker is old. They are seeing that Joe Walker got health issue. But guess what? Joe Walker came second 2017. 2017. What spot did Cummings take? Maybe, I think 5. And he got 7% of the total vote. And another thing people forgetting is CDC on their own. CDC as a coalition, they have never won election in Liberia on the basis of the same constitution. The Liberian constitution says in order for somebody, presidential candidate or political party to win election, that political party must attain a total registered vote of 50% plus 1 vote. Y'all go on Election Commission website. CDC 2005, they not succeed getting that. They came first, Eddie Johnson said he came second. They came around 20 point something votes, if I'm not mistaken. Eddie Unity Party came around 18, 19 votes. Percentage. Those were their percentage. 2011, they could not even survive that. They have to get married to NDPL and carry Winston Tubman as their standard bearer, and George Weah dropped down 1 step as vice presidential running mate to Winston Tubman. They did not say succeed with that. I think they got 32 to 36% of the vote. 2011. 2017, with the collaboration of 3 political parties in one, including former Rudy Party, former First Lady being the vice presidential running mate, Joy Howard Taylor, CDC did not say grab the vote based on constitutional provision, my people. 50% plus 1 vote. They did not grab it. According to Election Commission report, they got 38% on their own. So those of you that believe in sport, soccer, when 2 teams have a field of play for 90 minutes or whatever that number is, and nobody get it, And they go to 5-5 penalty, anybody we can win the game because that's a compromise system to make sure there is a winner and there is a loser. So when we come to political competition, especially election, everybody ran. According to the Election Commission, currently we got 21 registered political parties. 21 registered political parties. If everybody will succeed going into the race, nobody going to get that 50% easily. If it will happen, it will be Joseph Boakai. So CDC got 38% with all their collaboration, with their coalition, they call it Mate coalition. How can you name something or describe a political party or political marriage, a Mate, when they cannot even attain 50% plus one vote to win on their own? Which is not even a landslide. Before it be tsunamis. It has been like this since 2005. We do not have any super popular political individual or political candidate or political party as of 2005 based on Election Commission report. That's a fact. The only time we had overwhelming vote, it was 1997 when the convicted war crime criminal Charles Taylor won that number of votes. Over 75% of the total vote. That's the only time we had it. 1985 it didn't happen. They may hijack it. So now, Cummings continue to tell us, instead of quoting Albert Einstein, who actually made that statement, using one system or using one single group of people and expecting different results. That is not his own word, but we don't really have time for that. We do not have time for that. But the point here is, if you say you are an agent of change, you are an agent of change, real change, the ANC call it, because something is stuck in their brain. We're not going to take it out, but we'll put sense into it. The argument now, is catching up with them. The argument is catching up with them. I know people personally that Joseph Boakai, Uncle Joe, assisted and recommended to the elderly government and they got job. Today, I'm going to call some of them need today. Some of them, we help them with their confirmation preparation paper at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Some of them were appointed there. These are the people, these are the individuals. This is the deception part of Liberia politics. That going on Spoon Talk and other talk shows and on radio talking about Joseph Boakai have failed the country. He's an old person. He doesn't have the energy to lead Liberia any longer. Joseph Boakai is there. Look, if you don't want to vote for Uncle Joe, you don't have to vote for him. If you don't want to support him, you don't have to support him. But age should not be the factor today because Joe Biden is a president here. There are so many old presidents all over the world. How can you have the former chief of staff, you reappoint them as chief of staff again? They're not the same people you recycling, Mr. Cummings. How can you bring Louis Brown on board? How can you bring Dr. McIntosh on board? How can you bring all the old folks on board? Nathaniel Barnes, former finance minister doing Charles Taylor regime. Former United Nations ambassador, former Liberia ambassador to the United Nations under Ellen regime. All these old folks, all these politicians, is it not the same people you're going to use? How can you be agent of change when you got the same old people with you? These are contradictions to the highest peak. It is dishonesty. It is insincerity. The campaign slogan is not unique. It is not authentic. It is not real. It is not honest. It is dishonesty in high places, my people. How can Dr. McIntosh be the agent of always making people president when he cannot even win the Unity Party convention? He ran away from that. Then he came to John Cummings. He said Cummings is the best. Dr. McIntosh, no disrespect to him, no disrespect to his credential. All right? This man had worked and run public sector, including World Bank and ECOWAS, but he disqualified himself. Somebody who are not working in public service at all. They have worked Coca-Cola and they serve a teller at probably Ruby Bank before they came to America 35, almost 40 years ago. That is their man now. Because the calculation, all these people that are going to Cummings now, these are the early group of the Unity Party that Ellen told them, as long as she is alive, Joseph Walker will not be president. But Ellen is not God. God in heaven, anything God say yes, nobody can say no to it. And all we need to do, those of us that support Joseph Walker presidency, to restore the sanity and the hygiene of our political system, our governance system in Liberia, we just need to show up in our majority and vote for Joseph Walker that wonderful Tuesday, October 10, 2023, to get these gangsters out. How can you be agent of change when you bring in on board all these old people? Anthony Mara Yekula is very smart. She's my good sister. She was chief of staff before. He gave her scholarship to come to America to do her master-in-law. She returned. The other man you brought on board came from CDC. Alva Tokba, former CDC USA chair. What is the change there? Because Alva Tokba and Dr. Clark published a book that narrated story about Joshua and his life. You fire Alva Tokba. Is that how you're going to? So no investigation, you fire people, Mr. Cummings, President Cummings? Is that how we're going to run Liberia? Then we don't need to have problem with Joshua then. I thought we have freedom of association, freedom of speech. Writing a book is part of it. Publication is part of freedom of speech. You know, my people, a lot of things I'm supposed to say here today. But just so y'all know, Cummings is not an agent of change. He's not. He's making up. Because the first attempt to put Joe Walker under the box, it failed. So the second thing they're hoping on now, get in the race, muddy the water. If you don't win, CDC will no longer be there with George. We are 2029. Joseph Walker will be gone because his age is not good. So that is the next, that is the strategy they're operating now. That's why they keep going to spoon talk. And you know what? When Mariah Yekula published Tim Cummings yesterday on Spoon Talk, even Stanton Witherspoon, my brother Stanton Witherspoon said, oh my God, I'm sorry, but I got to say this. I'm disappointed. This is a man that always portray himself as agent of change. How can you got all these old political people? Old folks. My people, let me stop right there. Those of you that will call your call, let me announce the number. The number to call this morning is 267-938-2801. Those of you that are in America. If you are out, our WhatsApp number this morning to call is +267-648-8012. Just so you know, my buddy AB is not on today due to work schedule. All right, so it been really tough even this morning for me to come on. The software giving me hard time. Giving me hard time, excuse me, but I made it. All right, so we just sorry. We will continue this thing, but you just forgive us when you don't see us. If you see us late, let's just do what we got to do. Because this is a voluntary commitment to our country. Because we too matter. While we are waiting for our callers, I told you I'm going to be here not too long. While we are waiting our callers, let me do my little commercial, all right? I'm not going to mute myself. All right? Kangoma Multi-Services Consulting, KMC for short, Immigration and Financial Services. We are helping our community members to file U.S. citizenship and naturalization applications. Maybe filing for husband, wife, and children, including adult children and parents. Initial green card application, processing, replacement due to loss, adjustment of status, DED for Liberians and other country eligible. I-9 for green card processing and work permit application. Fiancé visa, student visa, employment-based visa application processing, non-immigrant and immigrant visa application processing and submission to NVC. And all other visa invitations and professional letter writing. We are also certified and to do or solicit life and write life insurance and auto insurance referral, student loan repayment plan, document preparation, and all other stuff. Free 10 to 15 minute professional consultation on all of the services just talked about. Our numbers are 267-648-8012, 267-648-8012, 701-330-4693, 701-330-4693. Folks, y'all need to call Team Cummings 2023 fake slogan. That's what we're talking about. They say Joseph Boakai worked too much in public sector, including vice presidency, okay? Joseph Boakai is too old to change the history of our country. All right? But guess what? You know, they say in the name of inclusion, so they're hiding behind her. Look, you know, when I listen to Isaac Jackson, that's why Kev Hassan referred to him as a political lawyer. Isaac Jackson said the reason why they included other old folks, people that been in government about similar time with Joseph Boakai, but they did not become vice president. All right? They said, our people say it is a good thing to use the old math to apply the new math. But if we say it is a good thing because our people say it to use the old math to apply the new math, why can't we use Joseph Boakai to apply our new math? Why can't we use Joseph Boakai to apply our new math? Saying he's an old man, very, very much knowledgeable. He has the experience required for that job. He's not going to land on the job like this baby brain president, George Manewia. If age wasn't an issue, authentic issue for our presidency, then George, we are supposed to do better. Because besides some kind of so far modern Liberia, recent political issues or recent political debate, George Weah is a young years. So far, so good. This man was 51, 52 years old when he became president. Why he's not producing but he dancing Buka dance? The man compared Miami to Monrovia, later on reduced it to Rehab Road. That is the president we got now. People say I should post the number. Okay, let me do it right now. My people, you're sorry. The number to call the show, I'm going to post it right now, okay? So, we need to apply the new math on the old math, but they're not Joseph Boakai old math. That's what they say. That's what they say. You must know what kind of thing running through their brain. It is all about greed. Cummings, you're not going to leave 7 and count to 5. You need to know that. You need to know that, Cummings. It is not fair, but that is why it is. You know, it is not fair. Folks, I'm waiting for your call. Yes, I should post the number, but I call the number actually. It's 267 938 2801. 2801. That's the number to call the show. WhatsApp number to call the show. I posted the regular number so you can start calling. To call the show, I'll be leaving soon. Great, we got Pastor Mo. Pastor Mo, how you doing, my brother? My political pastor. Yeah, man, the people can make me very, man, Pastor Mo. This I mean, look, I'm supporting Joseph Boakai, okay? All we need to do, Pastor Mo, is to get out in our majority, and the first place we need to start is to encourage our people, energize our people to step out there and register to vote. By the time we get out in our majority and show up, that first round that we go ahead of George Weah, my brother Cummings team will come. And they come, they will still on inside.
Thank you.
They will still on inside. Yeah, my brother, go ahead.
You know, I like the first of all, say morning to you and morning to to your many viewers. So I like the name you call me, political pastor. Yes, any gathering when I go to, whether a funeral or wedding, people can come, oh, this pastor, a political pastor, and, but I like that. At least something is associated with our pastoral position when I sit on the fence. But I must tell you, thank you for the topic this morning. It is great. You are educating the people. And I would say this to the Liberian people that are listening to you and myself. Let us go out and start to vote. The reason why we see many people going, I really don't like to talk about Mr. Cummings. I really don't like to talk about him because we all know he is an agent planted by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to promote her agenda. So we are not looking at him. If he will go into a second round with the United Party and Joe Barker, we will focus on him. Our main focus is to make sure that George Weah do not have a second term. So I say this to every Liberians that are in Liberia. Don't sit down and say, I will not vote.
You gotta go vote.
We want you to register. We want you to vote the Unity Party. We want you to vote that government out. The CEC came, and what did they say? They said they were coming with change.
They were coming with change, anti-corruption. Here we go.
What is the change?
The people's money will not end in the pockets of our government officials.
48
condominiums. Break down his old homes and build new ones. Get a private jet. No, we're not. Joseph Barker ain't not going to do that. He's not going to be all over the place looking for girlfriends, looking for women to give them joy and sleep with them in bed. Joseph Barker ain't going to go because his wife here, his wife, they've been together for 50 years already. Morality matter too, my people.
Thank you.
Pastor, thank you. We'll get another quarter on. I will bring back this topic next week so we can have our regular time. I got a meeting at 9 o'clock, Pastor. Stay tuned. We will discuss it in here.
Yeah, please let me conclude. I will say this to the Liberians. Joseph Barker has been tested in Liberian societies. He has worked in various capacity in government. Let somebody show proof of corruption. Let us look at Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings have never worked in Liberia.
No.
He showed us the track record. And now we all work in America. In the Western world, we know that if you are caught with corruption, you're going to go to a good jail.
Yep.
But when you come to work in corporate America, there is a policy that you follow, and you cannot go out of that policy.
And you follow the system too. It's built, computer system.
Yeah, so what have Cummings done in Liberia that will prove that he's capable to lead the nation? But we wait for the day of that topic. And I will come on your show, and I will be a part for us to speak the word for Honorable Barker. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Pastor Mo. I will call you next week. Maybe we might do it either Monday or Tuesday. We got to discuss it in lengthily. Hopefully, my body will be part of it. Let me answer this other caller. Good morning, caller. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Good morning, my brother. I'm Tomio. I'm calling from Philadelphia.
Yeah, my brother, drop it on us, man. Let's hurry up. Gotta go.
Okay, wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling precisely to make my contribution on your show.
Thank you in advance.
Most of the time, I do a lot of posting on my Facebook page to always talk about Alexander Cummings. And a lot of people say I'm very troubled, and I'm saying yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at every time that Alexander Cummings gets supported, it's always a Congo or somebody from the Southeast. Everything that you see that happening in Liberia come 2023, Alexander Cummings, if we from the populous county, the northern regions, if we don't put ourselves together, Alexander Cummings is going to come as the second contenders to George Weah. And the very Contrad that George Weah signed with Eddie Johnson Sirleaf. that you are never going to investigate any justice said it. That's
Jeff,
very contrary of
Jeff,
Islam
few
by
second
John
caller.
Weir.
Let me answer my WhatsApp guy and put him on hold. Then we continue. But you gotta be snappy. All right, the caller
Yeah.
on WhatsApp. Just give a few seconds. Let the other caller on the regular number get through. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, so
all right, my brother, go
what I
ahead.
was
Be
trying to
snappy,
say,
please.
the entire election in Liberia will be rigged between John Weir and Alexander Cummings. Bill Congo and people from the southeast, they don't want for people from the popular country to ever take power, because if they will take power, they know they can never ever come back there.
Yep.
Let us get very serious. This thing is very serious. The Congo and the southeast people, they want to maintain power forever.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. You know what? You made a good point. When people ready to say, oh, tribalism, oh, ethnicity, oh, this and that, I don't have a damn. You know what? Right here in America, black vote is an issue.
Yeah.
Swing vote
Yeah.
is an issue. So, thank you for that point. That's what I told my folks. The Bon County, the Lofa County, the Nimba County, we need to come together. Yeah, all right, caller on the WhatsApp number. What is your name and where are you calling us from this morning? Depending on where you're calling from.
I'm M. Small P. Flomo. I call from Liberia, Monrovia.
All right, my brother. Thank you. From the ground. Is it Monrovia, Miami?
Yeah, something Miami, Village.
On serious president ever in our political history. My brother, go ahead. I gotta go to my Gorbachev meeting.
You know, Kumi says...
Another caller, yeah. Just give me a few seconds. Let me put the caller on hold, yeah? Yeah, caller will get to you on the regular number, okay? 2801 will get to you. Just stay right there. Let the WhatsApp guy get done. All right, WhatsApp, go ahead, please.
Good morning.
I'm saying that Kumi says different thing and does different thing.
That is him.
From the coming of Kumi. If Kumi had been somebody that been pushing equity, he couldn't have even been somebody that would be sleeping in bed with Musa Hassan Bileti.
Of course.
Everybody in this country knows who Musa Hassan Bileti is.
Mm-hmm.
The records are there. The guy have been for a whole lot of criminal things in this country.
Yo.
And apart from that, you Cummings, you cannot be saying, oh, you cannot do this, the same old thing and
expecting new things.
Who are those new things that new people that he brought on board?
No, in the name of inclusion, but they're saying that the argument they provided for that yesterday, they said, oh, you gotta use old mat to plant the new mat. Oh, so Joseph Walker on the old mat, we can't use it to plant the new mat. You see it there?
But then they are messing it up.
But we will defeat them when it comes to the real political argument, real debate. We're going to defeat these people. 2023, October 10th is not too far, brother. We're going to get out in our majority. We'll beat them. We'll beat them at the market door.
The one I was telling people the last time, I just came from Lofa just a few weeks ago. And they say, oh, since they won our election, in fact, they are taking over Lofa. The one I told them we will see 2023, when results ready to come up from there, they will know what is happening. But Kumi is just desperate. So
Desperate, yeah.
Things and does different things. Very desperate.
All right, my brother, thank you. Let me get my other caller. My other caller on the other line will be the last caller. All right, thank you for your contribution. But stay tuned. Next week, the topic coming back, okay? All right, caller on the 2801. Are you there, caller?
Hello?
Yeah, you are live. What's your name? Where are you calling us from this morning?
First of all, I say good morning. Thank you that was so much for the show. This Jerry Dobley, I'm calling for Worcester, Mass. Are you getting me clear?
Very loud and clear. Jerry Dobley, give it to us real quick. Be to the point. I gotta go.
Thank you, my brother. I don't really know why Madam Ellie or our woman served the lady for 12 years. I don't know whether it is a crime. The woman is fighting the paper by all angles.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you some information. If Cummings goes somewhere and sign an agreement and say, I'm going to Liberia to be president by all costs, it will fail. He will not succeed.
He will not succeed.
He will not succeed. I don't care what he do here. What God has proposed, my brother, nobody can dismiss it.
Nobody.
Joseph Boakai, by the grace of God, he will be the next president of the Republic of Liberia. You either take it or you leave it.
You leave it.
What I'm saying there, this old man, he probably have a base, my brother. I tell you no lie. Before I could come to America, I produced a lawmaker from Riverside. Took a market to well, go John ANC. That means he show me a base. You know, don't keep yourself for grandfather. Unless you show me your base. In politics, my brother, you will always have a base. Don't see anybody can join you. Say, oh yeah. Then again, say, we'll look at the old man and apply the new one. So all the people that are going in the camp, which one of them are they coming from home? I want to know which one of them are. So I would let us encourage everyone all our year, my brothers. Let us start saving 2 cents, 3 cents, and go back home and do our registration first. We can do all the talking. So when we go back home to register, that means we're going to be part of the process.
My brother, we're going to be part of the process. Some of our committed, you know what? Before then, we're doing the 18 year. You know, we will say be objective. We say do what we got to do. But you know what? I am supporting Joseph Boakai with my everything.
Yes.
Okay, I'm supporting Joseph Boakai with my everything. And the argument is simple. The argument going to be between and among good and bad.
Surely.
Good people and bad people. Okay? Ugly and good. We must deliver our country. We must rescue our country from these indigenous gangsters. I said it before. A Nimba country had never woke up before. They need to let go the issue of Prince Yomi Johnson. They need to let it go because this Southeasterner, the whole thing about it, my brother. For example, Grand Jire, Sando, Maryland, and where's the other one? River G. These 4 Southeastern counties, they're not even equivalent to Kulahun district in Lofa County in terms of population. 2005, we banned the constitution to provide them what they call political accommodation.
Surely.
All right, representation all over the world is based on human beings. It's based on number. I live in North Dakota. North Dakota still underpopulated. It's under 1 million. So because of that, North Dakota have been encouraging folks to come here, even attend UND to offer them scholarship grant. Okay, North Dakota is struggling because of the weather condition, but I'm here though. For God in heaven's sake, you know how many people North Dakota got in Congress? North Dakota got 1 representative in Congress because of population portfolio. Okay, low population portfolio. They got 2 people in the U.S. Senate on the basis of statehood. How can Grand Crew, River G that they took away from Grand G there, get 3 representatives in the first place? 3 representatives. They're supposed to have actually 1 or at most 2 based on the 1986 Constitution. But because there is a transitional provision in the Constitution that legislature can prescribe new laws on a statute, that's why they got the accommodation. We, the Northeastern people or Northwestern, whatever you call it, we need to wake up from our slumbers, from our dirty closet, and show up to, register to vote and vote Joseph Boakai. These people want to continue to rule the majority. That's the politics we're going to preach. They want to continue to rule the majority. Minority from the southeast, want to continue to rule us, and we must stay at the back and always be vice president. Don't be surprised. Cummings might likely take somebody from our end to be vice president. The same thing George Weah did. Told Joanne Howard Taylor to be vice president. We're now going to continue to be vice president and minister forever. Some of us with different local people. We will support Joseph Boakai. Even Joseph Boakai don't succeed after for life, he's going to be the next president in 2023. January 10 Monday, working Monday, Joseph Boakai will be sworn in as the new president of the Republic of Liberia, whether you like it or not. That old man going to be the next president. Except there is no living God. We will use the Bible. We will use the Quran. We will use our political books. we will use the constitution, we will use reality on the ground. George Weah can never succeed himself. We will do everything humanly possible. George Weah will be voted out. So, my brother, I want to say thank you very much. You know what? I'm bringing the topic back next week so we can have our regular 1 hour telemeeting to discuss it. I want people to come aboard. Give me the sense. Yes. We can use old mat to play the new mat. Excuse me, but I'm not in the shoes of Joseph Boakai. It is in the shoes of Cummings. You cannot do one thing over the and expect different result. Mariah Yakula was chief for star. You send her to school. You send her to school. She goes back to Liberia. You won't take another person from the ANC to be chief of staff to you, only Mariah Yakula. Why? Then what is the change you're talking about? Yeah, she was in Unity Party.
She was even deputy minister during any regime.
Yeah, okay. All right. So I don't know how come he pushing the narrated borrow word from Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein, one of my best admired scientists in America's history. Okay? This is a man that talk about Newton's law of motion. Every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So, Mr. Cummings, that your 7% you got, probably you will get 5% this time. Get all the political quote-unquote gurus, old folks. Some of them said the same time, Joseph Boakai said, but they are better off because they're not running for president. Somebody like Dr. McIntyre, he said he made Eddie president 2 times, made Joe Weah president 2 times on the governance on the governance council of CDC. You see it?
You know how many people that letter McIntyre met? Yeah, I know it too good. I'm a stranger.
My brother, let put our neko together here for the old man. Me, I will go to Liberia. I will register to vote. I will register to vote. And the next thing, by the time Joseph Boakai win election, we're going to get America vote and other people outside Liberia because small country in Africa, including Guinea now, they're doing absentee ballot. Why are we not even doing that? Why are we not doing that? And we send a lot of money to that country through money grant Western Union.
But I remember keeping the country on, my brother. You know how many people call on a daily basis, friend, family member, other people. We keeping the country up.
Somebody says Eastern region consists of high percentage of Liberian population. Why you call high percentage? You are dreaming in the day, my brother. I don't want to even reply to you because you're not making sense. Because we got a citation available. Election Commission got it. I'll go to you. Leeches got it. Go on the website. So my brother, let me keep you there. I want to say thank you for calling in, but I got to go. I got a 9 o'clock meeting. I got to run.
I understand, brother. I know. Yeah, I know. That's a dream. American dream.
Today we will, tomorrow we'll be here. By the grace of God, Friday we'll be here. We'll watch on your mind, okay? Hopefully me and my buddy can be on tomorrow.
Thank you for the time.
All right, my brother. Thank you, too, for calling in. All right, folks. I get one word to leave with you today. The one word I'm closing, and then I go on my American clock, okay? The philosopher say, tough time to you, my Liberian people. Tough time don't last, but tough people do. I want to say thank you and have a nice day. I see you when I see you. Bye. We'll be here tomorrow.